Member Tornado, can we go ahead and test your audio and video?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you see me?
Wonderful. Yes, I can see you. Thank you so much.
All right, Chair Graves, it looks like we have a quorum. We can go ahead and get started. 3, 6, 7, 8. So if everyone can turn on their cameras, please. We're having issues hearing you.
Is that better?
Yes, there we go. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Just a quick question. Are we just at quorum or do we have a couple extra?
We are just at quorum. We only have 8.
Okay. I'm keeping an eye on that tonight, folks, because we do have a member that would love to skedaddle with a prior commitment, but is here for an hour that we need. So we also need to keep an eye on quorum past that hour. So giving you that heads up, Danielle. So at this moment, we are calling the Community Advisory Board regular meeting to order, and we will go through roll call.
Righty. Remember, I can't see you while I do this, so please unmute yourself and let me know that you're here. Member Barnett is not here. Member Baldenegro?
Here.
All right. Member Harper?
Here.
Member Inocencio?
Here.
Member Moore?
Here.
Member Carabin?
Present.
We have a new member, Richardson. She is not able to join us tonight. Do I have member Roberts? Did he make it? I don't think he did yet. Member Tornado?
Here.
Okay, member Steffi?
Here.
And we also have a new member Square, and I don't think he's here either. Okay, so I have all members present except for members Barnett, Richardson, Roberts, and Square.
Great. Thank you for that. And I do want to take a moment before we go to item number 2 and recognize that tonight we're meeting after a number of events have happened in our community throughout the nation. And tonight there is a candlelight visual. I know that some of our members would be very apt to be there instead of here, and I appreciate your time in being here. I think that we can all, I will speak for myself. I stand in alliance with those community members that are at the candlelight vigil in Petaluma tonight, standing up against AAPI hate and also the current events of what happened just recently in Boulder, Colorado, Atlanta, Georgia, and there are a number of events that are happening here locally that we can be more aware of, and I hope to hear some of those comments when we get to board member announcements. So with that, we will go on to an oath of office.
Our 2 new members are not here, so we will not be doing oaths of office this evening.
Great. And if they do pop in, we can back up and go into that.
Yep.
Great. Thank you. At this time, we're moving on to public comments. If we have any public comments.
For public comment?
I think I heard that there's no public comments. It was really, really soft on my end. I don't know if anybody else had a hard time hearing that. I will turn up my volume. I do see hands up, but I'm going to turn up my volume as well. Going on to number 4 is approval of minutes. Does anyone have a motion to approve the minutes from our meeting in, wow, that is February already.
I make a motion to approve the minutes from February.
Thank you, Member Moore. Is there a second?
I second.
Thank you, Member Baldonegro. And with that, if there are no other comments, we'll move to a vote. Do we go through roll call, or would you like us just say aye?
We have to do roll call since
Okay.
we're, yeah. So Member Baldonegro,
Aye.
Member Harper. Remember, I can't see you right now as I do this, so please unmute yourself.
Aye.
Thank you. Member Inocencio,
Aye.
Member Moore,
Aye.
Member Carabin.
Abstain.
Okay. Member Steffi,
Aye.
Member Tornado,
Aye.
okay, and Chair Graves.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Minutes have been approved for February.
And at this time, is there any public comments on our minutes?
There are no public comments for minutes.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 5 is our CAB member announcements. So at this time, if anybody on our CAB has announcements of interest to the CAB as a whole, you can let me know. I think I can actually see everybody. So if you raise your physical hand. Don't see anybody unmute. Oh, there. Thank you. Member Tornado?
First off, I'm going to have to recuse myself from most of the meeting to attend the vigil. It's at 7:30 in Petaluma in solidarity with the Asian community. We do have an event on Saturday as well in Petaluma with Chain of Hope. Chain of Hope is highlighting women of color in our community and also highlighting the anti-Asian hate crimes happening. And then on Sunday, there is a solidarity protest in Healdsburg. Recently, there were a chain of letters, hate letters, sent to all Asian American businesses with heinous language, and it was sent from San Bernardino. I have been contacted by a ton of elders, so I would encourage this CAB group to write a letter as well and to speak out against it. On Monday, there is a CAP Sonoma meeting or a conversation to speak on everything that is happening. When we talk about solidarity and speaking up and showing up, we show up with everybody as a member of this community. There's been a lot of incidences happening, and there's a point where enough is enough, and the intersectionalities are enough. In our community, we need to stand up. So those are the events that I am aware of currently. And if more occur, I can send out an email.
Thank you. Thank you for that information. So I want to be aware and acknowledge that you will be leaving the meeting prior to 7:30.
Yes, I will be leaving by 7.
Okay. Thank you. Are there any other CAB member announcements? I don't see any hands. So I do need to make a few announcements myself. One is that a couple new members here that may not know that once a month, the chairs of each board meet with the mayor. That happens on the second Wednesday of the month at noon. So I take back information from our meetings here to that mayor's meeting. So if there is anything of importance that you would like me to take back, please do let me know. Also, in that meeting, anything that we're apprised of, I would usually go over a little bit, considering the time that is short tonight. I will delay that for now. I also want to let you know that you can hear from the mayor directly on Monday evenings. Every other Monday, Mayor Chris Rogers does hold a Zoom meeting live, and you can take part in that by registering, and you can find that information on his Facebook page. And the tiny URL is actually Monday with the mayor. So just Monday without an S at the end of Monday. And you can also hear him on KSRO on the alternating Mondays. So KSRO and then Zoom, and then KSRO and then Zoom. This upcoming Monday is actually Monday with the mayor at 5:30 on Zoom. Then I also want to point out a little bit about the ethics training that I attended. Some of you may also have attended. I believe that was last week. I saw one hand, I think, as I put my head down. I apologize for that. But I'm looking right here to a couple screenshots that I took of internet-based social media platform, new government codes, and around our ethics training and what it says that we are not able to do, being that we are part of the Community Advisory Board, and with our responsibilities to Robert's Rules of Orders. We are not to respond directly to any communication on the internet-based social media platform regarding a matter that is within the subject matter jurisdiction of the legislative body that is made, posted, or shared by any other member of the legislative body. This applies to 2 members. This does not need a majority required in that conversation. So it's really important that when we're all on social media, I think most of us are social media beings at this point, that we don't get caught in those conversations. So I know that Mayor Chris Rogers and the other council members are not commenting on other council members' social media pages. This is how you stay away from it. So if you don't see me commenting on your pages, this is why. Because the fear has been put inside of me. So I will not be doing that. So don't respond to a fellow council members, or in this case, a council community advisory board members' posts on social media at all is on this slide. The second slide says, do not make, post, or share communications between members of a legislative body. So if member Steffi were to tell me something or send an email to me, or I knew something that you said, I wouldn't then send it out to another community advisory board member. Because again, this applies to when there's 2 members. It does not take a majority in order for this rule to apply. This includes comments, use of digital icons, so the happy faces, likes, that express reactions to communications made by other members of the legislative body. I know some of you are probably still going to attend an ethics training that is required in the future, but these rules apply now. So I wanted to bring them to your attention. If you have questions, those questions can go to Danielle. I'm going to tag her, my colleague, because I literally was reading off the slides. I just feel like it's that important in order to bring that to your attention. So with that, is there any public comments on our CAB announcements?
There are no hands raised for public comment.
Thank you. And moving forward with agenda item 6 is staff updates.
Right, so just to piggyback off of what Chair Graves was talking about, I'm hoping that when I get the city attorney's office to come present on the Brown Act, we can have them touch a little bit on the social media issues that arise among boards and commissions. So more to come on that. I actually don't have any updates on the community empowerment plan. However, I'll turn it over to Magali just to see if she wants to add anything before I move on to the next update.
Okay, hi everybody, how's everybody doing? We do have just a few really quick updates about the, for example, the Sonoma County, or sorry, the Santa Rosa PD Lowrider patrol car. The patrol car is now available for the project to begin. We've developed a plan with all the individual clubs from the Sonoma County the Sonoma County Lowrider Council. You know, everyone has a specific project within this. And we've also secured a stereo donation from one of our local companies. We're currently working with the Marin Latino Peace Officers Association to secure additional funding. And the Sonoma County Lowrider Council will like to name the vehicle the Mary Lou after the SRPD officer, Mary Lou Armour, who passed away last year, and her family's given us permission to move forward with the dedication. The Multicultural Roots Project, I appreciate everybody who's helped us get the word out. We are highlighting women, being it's Women's History Month, and the team is working on developing other themes that, you know, Danielle definitely has all the information on that. We're gonna have a focus one that's gonna include youth community leaders and leaders from our LGBTQ+ community as well. In terms of our digital engagement platform, Engagement HQ is finally here. So that definitely we'll have more information on that and how we'll be using the platform to, you know, get everybody involved in different projects that the Office of Community Engagement is working on. We're going to be able to do different things like surveys and quizzes and social mapping tools and all forms of different cool things. And let's see, the platform, you know, like I said, has a variety of tools, and the site is currently being constructed right now. So there's going to be more to come on that. It's going to be super exciting. Danielle's got a lot of great ideas. So Danielle, did I miss anything?
No, you didn't. That was very thorough. Thank you. For the Engagement HQ platform, once that is up and functional for the public, I will be doing a demonstration to the CAB to show you all of the different projects that we'll start with first. There'll be opportunity for staff then to get trained on how to use it from other departments so that other projects can then be featured on that platform. So more to come on that. And then moving on to the Open Government Task Force Implementation Subcommittee update. Yesterday, the City Council had a study session on initial implementation of the Open Government Ordinance. If you missed that presentation, it is available on Santa Rosa's YouTube channel. So recommend going back to that presentation and seeing the various challenges and successes that we've had with implementing the ordinance, including one of the great things that we have now is all council agendas are available in Spanish, and we have interpretation services available in Spanish as well for the council meetings. So really excited about that, as well as the Citizens Guidebook. I'm totally blanking on the name now. Sorry about that. The Citizens Guidebook for Participation in Local Government. That will be created. We're in the process of doing that. I think I've talked about it a little bit before, but the Empowerment Subcommittee is actually helping me develop the content for that. So more to come. Hoping that when we're finished with the listening session report for the Community Empowerment Plan, I can dive deeply into that Citizen Guidebook and get that finished. So working on that. And I don't have any updates on the next subcommittee meeting for the Open Government Task Force, but when that becomes available, I will provide that information. And I don't have any other updates. I have one, but I'm thinking of other city type projects are not coming to mind. Final update that I have for everybody is I'm super excited to announce that I was just accepted to law school. I start on June 7th, and the program that I'll be going into is a night program here in Santa Rosa. And so what that means is it may interfere with our current CAB schedule. And I would like to be able to continue being your staff liaison, because I will still continue to be working while I go through school. We can have more conversation about this at a later time, but I'd like to discuss moving the monthly meetings to a different date, starting in September. So we have plenty of time to work that out. But being that I'd like to continue to be your staff liaison, I'm hoping that we can work together to make that happen. So more to come on that, but I'm super excited, and yay. I'll end my updates there.
Great, congratulations. That's very exciting. And are there any questions for the staff updates from the board? I don't see any, but, Member Kirabin? You're muted right now. There you
Okay,
go.
thank you. I just wanted to get this in because I may have to leave at 7, but I wanted to introduce myself to Member Tornado. Is that how you say your name? I want to support you, and I am really glad that you're going to the Candlelight Vision. What is it called? Whatever. Vigil. Thank you. And I just wanted to say that I am also part Filipino, so my family is also sort of kind of clued into what's happening, and I plan to be there on Saturday.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
I do, I'm leaving it in the chat, but I do have to leave to aid community members right now. But I appreciate you all. This is priority for me. You all are important, but we gotta stand in solidarity. So appreciate you. Have a good night. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. And so since we are losing our quorum, I have actually asked Jenny Lynn to come back on a different date to present to the CAB because I feel her presentation, is very important. And it's something that the CAB requested. And so I'll work with her to schedule a new date. Also, I just remembered we may have to reschedule our April meeting because the council is looking at having a special meeting on the exact same day and same time as our next meeting. So more information to come on that.
Thank you for that. And I want to squeeze in there too. I won't ask you this question. I'm just going to fill this in for you. Please be aware that on April 1st, our community grant applications will be hitting live, I believe. Yeah, you're welcome. So that information was gone over in our last meeting, and they are now on a quarterly basis instead of an annual basis. So our application will be live in both English and Spanish, available online at the Community Advisory Board site on the website, and the deadline for that is June 30th. So please be aware of that, and please do sign up for the City Connections e-newsletter that comes out every Thursday, and you will see that information in your email box, and that is a great way to share the information with others, but not CAB members. So just share to friends and family. I think we're gonna have to call it quits there, or were you gonna be leaving right now, Member Tornado? Because I got that feeling like you're leaving right now.
I am. I have to get going, but I again appreciate you, Chair Graves, and you, Member Clerkin, for making those statements. It's been a very, very heavy couple of months, especially because there are scared elders in our community, and generationally. In my culture, it means a lot to be there to protect our elders, because we treat everyone, and I know culturally this intersects, but culturally we treat everyone as family, and it's very heavy right now in our community.
Well, thank you. And you can, as soon as you leave, then we'll call the meeting due to lack of quorum. But yeah, thank you and good luck this evening.
Be safe. So, at this time, because of the lack of quorum, I believe the official wording is that I will call the meeting, and we will end the meeting here. We will wait for further information from Danielle as to our April meeting. Keep a heads up that April meeting may be postponed. So again, look for city information from the e-City Connections newsletter. And Danielle, congratulations once again. I'm very excited for you.
Really quick, since I have him here, Member Inocencio, check your email. There was a community member that wanted to connect with you.
Thank you. Yeah, I was about to reply, but
okay, cool.
I'll wait.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.